Good morning, everyone. Hey, it's Mellow Monday. I hope you're going to mellow up because I'm going to try do a little mellowing anyhow. Maybe even right in this chair. Psalm 126 seems to be a favorite psalm of our lectionary people because it appears all over the place in just about every year of our Revised Common Lectionary. A favorite, and I think what makes it such a favorite is it's such an uplifting psalm, even though it's technically a lament in which you're saying, please God, come to our aid. In these 6 verses, there's nothing but a bunch of singing and shouting going on. It's classified as a psalm of ascent. There's 15 of them that have that little notation at the beginning of the psalm. Psalm 120 through 134. And it's included in Book 5 of the Psaltery, but just those 15 are classified Psalms of Ascent. And why? Well, one commentary that I saw said we should really call these Psalms of the Pilgrims. And I don't mean the ones stepping off the Mayflower. No, those making a pilgrimage from wherever they lived in the surrounding countryside into Jerusalem for one of their holy days, one of their festival days. So you're walking to Jerusalem, and eventually when you get there, you ascend into the city. You walk up into it, and you ascend into the temple. You walk up into it. And the Mishnah, which is a very important writing for the Jewish people, in there it's included a little thing that, and maybe this is where we get the title, the Songs of Ascent. They talk about how there are 15 steps leading up into the court of the Israelites. And on those steps, the Levites, the priests, would stand and play their instruments and sing these psalms. 15 of them, 15 steps. So it could be. We really don't know. But they're really cool, all of them, especially 126. And there's a refrain that keeps popping all the way through it. Let's see here. Okay, it talks about joy. Okay, may those who sow in tears reap with shouts of joy. And then our mouth was filled with laughter and our tongue with shouts of joy. Those who go out weeping, burying the seed for sowing, shall come home with shouts of joy. And I did read in another commentary that, hey, this Hebrew word, shouts of joy, is kind of a unique one. And it really means that. It means to let it just blast out of your mouth. And you're so happy. Well, what's interesting is this is classified as a psalm of lament. The people evidently are, when this was written, are in some sort of hardship situation. We don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it was intended to be rather all-inclusive. Who knows? But it's looking back on what God did for them at one time. Hey, when the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dream. Remembering back when that happened. When did it happen? Well, very likely they're referring to the return from exile in Babylon. And now things aren't going so well. So now the refrain goes out in verse 4, restore our fortunes, O Lord. Like the watercourses in the Negev. What's that? Well, the desert. And when the desert rains come that once a year and they flood the plain, it becomes very fertile once again. And it provides all the moisture they need for the coming year. And Lord, please restore our fortunes. You did it once before. You can do it again. We know you're going to do it again. And that's why they can come home with shouts of joy, carrying their sheaves. Very, very neat psalm. It's a good one to read. It's a short one, and I would just read through it 2 or 3 times to really get the full flavor of what's happening in there. But no, it's one that can be for you, for me, and personally now, as I look at this, I think about our brothers and sisters in Ukraine right now who have been displaced, who are refugees in other countries. Could this be their psalm of, Lord, can you once again restore our fortunes? Will you once again? Lord, we know you will. We know you can. You've done it before. You'll do it again. And that's why, even now, we shout with joy. God's blessings be with you on this Mellow Monday. And keep your shouting to a minimum, okay, so I can mellow out in my chair here. God's blessings be with you.